Welcome to Session 10 of Brisbane by Night Hellfire. When we last left off our darling little coterie, they had managed to capture a hunter by the name of Christopher. Whilst this capturing was going on, Valentina, Ashton, and Clayton had a little chat with the sheriff, Lucius Tredor, within Clayton's tower, talking about the various things of the city and the things that have been going on, specifically about the Sabbat threat that was present, informing the sheriff as to the information that they had found out, given their status informally as a Questari coterie. It was then that those who did the capturing, Judge, Lucy, and Skye, arrived. Lucy quite a bit worse for wear. Lucy was taken away by Valentina to assist her with feeding and clothing, where they had a bit of a touching moment together. Whilst Judge and Skye discussed with the others what was going on, it was at this moment that, after Judge had explained that the sheriff seemed to take his measure for really breaking not one but two traditions. The masquerade, which was suitably covered up so as to not cause an actual breach, and the tradition of domain. The punishment was, for the entire coterie in fact, that the trespass would be pardoned, but they would owe a boon to the owner, the domain holder of the Hunter's Abode, one Primogen Jules Sawyer of the Caitiff. With that in mind, they had informed the sheriff as to the fact that they had actually captured the hunter, Christopher, and he had instructed the entire coterie to go towards Lucy's black site so that they may talk with the man. What occurred next was a telling of tragic events that led him to the extremism of attempting to so destroy the vampire's kind, something which resonated with Valentina, who was the one leading the conversation as the most sociable of the coterie. It seemed, though, that they had come to some kind of accord. An accord that the sheriff was going to go ahead and uphold, if not for the fact that, as he approached, something happened to Christopher that caused him to violently detonate, spreading his blood and viscera around the entire room and splattering several members, and even injuring Ashton a little with a spray of bone shards. It's in this immediacy that we come back to the lives and times of our dear vampires. And unfortunately, as we do come back, there's a little bit of a problem. Valentina, Skye, what is your hunger right now?
4.
It's 4, darling. Regrettably.
Oh, That's a real shame. There's now blood and guts everywhere. Skye including over you.
Yep.
I need both of you to make me a frenzy check. At difficulty 4. Normally it would only be difficulty 3, but there is a lot of blood.
Naturally. And does the gangrel frenzy for the first time this game? Thankfully, no.
Barely not.
Oh. Fuck.
Okay.
But Valentina, you most certainly do. Skye, you manage to, despite how hungry you are, keep your cool, your wits about you. However, you start to feel a thrashing in your arms. Valentina is hungry. She's very hungry.
Yep. I'm going to pick up Valentina and start carrying her upstairs.
And I assist.
Yeah, you can give an assistance if you would like.
If not, just straight up walk up and grab Valentina by the back of the head.
Well, Skye's already got her, so it would need to be an assistance there. But Valentina, can I have you make me a strength athletics versus Skye's strength brawl +1? Because you are getting assistance from Lucy. Yeah.
Grappling kick in?
Yes.
Okay. Yay, +2.
Two successes, darling.
2 successes. Versus 3. Valentina, you are kicking and trying to get out of Skye's grasp because there's just so much yummy food everywhere. There's so much yummy food everywhere and you're so hungry and she just won't let you have the food.
He was jelly filled and it looks delicious.
Oh dear.
But as you carry her, as you start to carry her upstairs, there's a sound that comes over from the remaining stump of Christopher.
Is he barely alive? Is he saying something?
I think his whole top half is exploded. I don't think there's anything left.
What kind of, given that I'm like right up fucking on it, what kind of sound is this thing making?
It's not coming from him. It's coming from the sheriff.
Oh.
Can I sense the unseen? Well,
you may.
Is there anything there?
You can go ahead and make a wits aspects if you would like. It's this soft whistling, and Valentina, you can hear it most of all. I would like you to remake me your frenzy test at difficulty 2.
Lord God, can I succeed at a cost? Fuck you.
You know what? Okay.
No, actually, hold on. The player can spend a willpower point to assume control of their character for a single turn while in frenzy.
You may.
May I do that?
You may spend a willpower
Done.
to do that. Yes.
Done.
So
I am.
yes, you would have a turn, and I would say that you would get to in that moment you would also get to retest for frenzy, and it's still at difficulty 2.
I'm not going to bother with that, and you want to know why? Because I'm going to spend that turn leaving the fucking area.
With
Good
Skye's help,
idea.
of course.
Yep. Okay. So,
Good God.
Valentina, between you and Skye and Lucy, if you decide to go with them as well,
Yes.
you 3 leave the immediacy.
My sincerest apologies, Sheriff.
Sheriff, what happened?
He holds up a hand, asking for silence. Basically, as a wordless gesture of don't just shush a moment. Judge, you're 2. Something obvious radiates off the stump that was formerly the Hunter Christopher. Like spectral steam and fire and other such things. That is all you see, otherwise, however.
The fuck? What is that? His body is still on fire of sorts.
This fire in which I foretold, and what my visions have shown me. This may not be as grand of a fire as what I have seen, but it is still a fire nonetheless.
It's spectral in nature. I haven't seen anything like that before.
Do you see
you
anything
fear?
else?
Judge would try to get a bit closer, but he would slowly shake his head now. Just burning.
Very
Magic?
well. Magic.
That is the best way I can sum that up. The fire looks magical in nature.
Similar to sorcery. Do you suspect that Tremere did this?
Sorcery, perhaps? Tremere aren't the only one who know blood sorcery.
Well, no, but
And who would dare?
Doesn't a kindred need to be present in order to use some kind of sorcery magic like that?
Yes. At least to my knowledge.
Judge,
Then
you don't see
perhaps
anybody
we're
in the
not-
room?
The answer to that is
Ju-
no.
No, there's no one else with us.
If you want to
Then,
search further, you may, but... Go ahead, Velocity.
Yeah. Then perhaps we are not dealing with kindred magic. I've all but proven the existence of the Fae, although I don't know exactly what their abilities lie in. But this doesn't sit right with me. I would highly doubt that a kindred would be capable of this.
I'm much in agreement.
Then
In fact, would I be able to perhaps ascertain the sort of arcane prowess needed to do this?
I was gonna ask the same question because I have a cult too. I'd like to try to see if I can figure it out as well.
You guys can make intelligence, both of you can make intelligence occult rolls, or you can assist each other. I don't care either way. The difficulty's gonna be stupendous, though.
Okay. What's your pool looking like, Judge?
I have 6.
I have 7.
I'll assist you.
Okay. Would blood, abyss, wraiths, or spirits come into contact here? I doubt they would, but
No.
okay. I have willpower to spare. I'll willpower that real quick. Okay. I doubt that's enough, but wanted to give it
It
a
is
try.
It is not, no. Yeah, whatever this is far beyond your occult knowledge. People shouldn't be able to do this. People can't do this. This, in all essence, seems impossible, and yet it happened.
What you
But
perceived, Judge? Did you fear it? Did you fear the spectral flame?
the answer to that is no. It doesn't seem to trigger any
No.
sense of the terror in you.
There's no fear. And the judge is kind of just staring at it intensely,
This
still
is
focused on it.
This is obviously a hostile act.
I couldn't agree more, Mr. Sacks. Mr. Wellsworth,
yes, Sheriff.
check on the health of your coterie mates and get this clean up.
I intend to, sir.
I have a report to make. You find anything else about this, you come to me directly.
Understood.
Good.
So, as a morbid question, how much of him is left? Was it like just his head? Is it like his upper half? Like,
No, it's his lower half, it's his legs. He's mostly a pile of jelly, but there's technically there's still 5 hunger of him spread around the room, depending on how much you want to debase yourself. But the sheriff is leaving.
I'm not gonna debase myself for feeding on him. I was merely asking, are any of his personal effects still in this pool of dead?
Yeah?
Okay.
His shirts, like his shirt and stuff is destroyed, but his pants seem to stay the course because they were jeans.
I'll reach down with a careful hand and grab at his jeans and fold them up. And as I kneel down, I'll say a few words, sort of, for his passing. And I will say, he will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning, or crying, or pain. For the old order of things has passed away. Revelations 21:4.
He's probably trying his best not to sob while he says that.
Yup.
Clayton, a little shook, is going to make his way upstairs and come back to this in a moment when he's collected himself and checked on the coterie.
Yes. Let us switch lenses for a moment. We changed to upstairs. Where the three girls have now exited the room, as it were, and are now in the much nicer upstairs portion of Lucy's Haven. Skye, Lucy, Valentina. What say you in these moments that you have just the three of you?
Well, to potentially stop Valentina from frenzying again, Skye shed her outer shirt. She's got a tank top on underneath. And probably tossed it about halfway down the stairs after they got up here. But she's just looking over at Valentina. You gonna be okay?
Quite all right. Gracious. And she's rubbing her temples. More just like this exhaustion on her face that belies of frustration.
I should have just killed him. He blew up twice.
Absolutely not. The problem foundationally is that death is not the answer. My conflicts. Deciding. We had an answer. We had an answer. But I can't help but feel like it was stolen from us.
That's because it was.
I want to know how he triggered that. We, searched him.
I don't believe by any circumstance it was him, darling.
Valentina,
Mm-hmm.
as you of the three currently up here are most in tune with humanity and their ways of being, their ways of feeling, you would be the one to know that there was anguish in his voice, and his face was awash with fear. You would be willing to bet your unlife on the fact that he didn't know that that was going to happen to him.
In my mind, that makes it all the worse. No one deserves such a fate. No one. And provided I have seen some terrible things, I have seen the ways that the court has smited the thin-blooded and caitiff. I have seen the way that war has changed. The beliefs, the eyes, the conviction of a soldier. Now I come to this city to watch a man pop like a cyst. It's horrible. Ghastly. He should have been at least assured his final rights. By what barbarism, I ask, would have caused such a thing? The circumstances perplex me. And all the more I feel that I have to assure him what memory he has. What memory I have left of him. So, I have work tonight. That much I know. I promised him I would take care of his people. I plan to make good on that. But as I am now, I pull out a handkerchief from my skirt pocket and flick it hard. I look down and see a single drop of blood on my cuff and sneer at it. Clean it. And a part of me defiantly deciding that I won't be tempted again. Lucy, Skye, if you two dears could do me a favor of finding another way out of this building that does not pass by the remains.
Oh no, that's the only way down there. We can leave over here.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways out of here. There's only one way down to there, though. That's where I made it secure. We can go out the back door, though.
Very good. Let's go that way.
Yes, Valentina, you feel like you need some air. And it would be at this moment that the sheriff has come up the stairs and is headed rather intently for the front door.
As he passes by, I would stop him only with a gesture for a moment. Sheriff Trudor.
And he would turn to you. He wouldn't say anything immediately, but he would turn to you.
I want to thank you for your aid tonight. All things considered. I intend to do well on my word, as I have stated before. We shall find this culprit. Have you any sort of word on it? I hope that we may continue cooperations on this investigation going into the future.
He'd hold up a hand. And he would come over and gently clasp one of your hands in his own, and his hand is massive compared to yours. And it would be in French that he would speak to you. You needn't make such pleas. Not now. Not after that. Give your mind time to rest, and Mr. Wellsworth will fill you in on details as to your part and what comes next later. Look after yourself first, Earth child, or you'll get the chance to dance amongst the stars soon enough.
Valentina will respond, her eyes flickering to the floor for a moment, a soft smile on her face before she brings her gaze back up to Trodor. And in French, she responds, "My mind cannot rest when the people of my city and yours are under such threat. Their hopes and dreams I share. You understand why I cannot simply drop this for now. I thank you for your care." And as Trodor softly lets go, steps away, she bows her head. Au revoir.
And he would bow his head to the pair of you, Miss Mason, Lucy. Make sure you're all fed. Keep an eye on Miss Visage.
That's the intention for the rest of the night. Make sure she's taken care of and get ourselves taken care of.
Good. I will need you in top shape for what comes next. If you'll excuse me, I have a report that I need to go make. And he would turn on his heel and head towards the front door. Open and shut, although that shutting is not gentle. He doesn't slam the door shut, but it's clear that subtlety, that there's a subtleness there, like that what's happened has made him fucking furious. And Clayton, that would be the sound that you hear as you come up the stairs. You would have heard some soft talking in French, and then you would have just seen Lucius leaving, but he is now gone. It's just you, with Judge and Ashton still downstairs. Speaking of, are you two doing anything else downstairs before you follow Clayton up, or?
We were told to clean up, and so Ashton's probably going to be the one on cleanup duty, is what it sounds like.
Be doing cleanup.
If that's what you would like to do, then you can go ahead and do some cleanup. Nothing wrong with that.
You know, the entire time, Ashton just spouting Bible verses to himself about grief and sorrow.
Judges does dead silent the entire time.
Oh, I bet. I bet indeed. So
There'll
as
probably
you two
even
clean up,
be, a time where Ashton looks over to Judge, and possibly for the first time since you've seen him, Ashton's gaze has a look other than regret. And there's a hint of anger behind it. The faintest trace, but it is there.
Interesting. Very well. Then
Judge is trying to do it, but he is not doing well.
no, he probably isn't. You have so much to think about what happened. Despite his extremism, he was still a former brother-in-arm of yours. And, well, then there's the matter of Justin. How do you tell him? How can you tell him? What could you say
I
to
have
make it remotely okay?
on multiple fronts. I have failed tonight. And it's not going well. It seems Chris was right in that I have fallen very low at this point.
Well, I suppose what'll happen there will be defined by what it is that you do next. So as you two wordlessly clean up, Valentina, Lucy, Skye, you see Tredor leave, and you see Clayton come up the stairs.
Are you alright, Miss Visage?
Quite. I will take a handle of things, but given all circumstances, Mr. Wellsworth, what needs to be done for the cleanup?
I think Ashton and Judge have already started the initial cleaning up of things. Lucy, I'm terribly sorry that this has happened in your home. I don't think anyone quite anticipated
okay.
what happened downstairs.
No, but it's okay. That's kind of why we set this one up. I mean, I didn't expect him to blow up again.
Quite a shock.
Like the first time, I get it because he shot that canister and it just boom. But I've never seen someone else blow up like that. I don't know if he had explosives in him or what.
Sheriff Tredor and the others think that it wasn't explosive. That some kind of sorcery or magic was involved. So far as Judge could tell, no intruders downstairs or up here. So,
Perhaps was he one of the Sabbat's tools?
it remains to be seen, and I intend to do a full investigation on this matter. Find out what he was a part of, what he was involved in, what else could possibly be going on in this city that the use of other supernatural powers has come into being that we'd never seen before. Quite honestly, This is a lot of things that none of us have ever dealt with before.
It's a mess, that's what it is.
In more ways than one. Since Christopher had called out Judge by name, I do intend to have a conversation with him about this.
Probably for the best it's you.
But that can wait. I'm concerned about the state of hunger that any of you might be feeling at the moment. Do we need to settle that?
It will be managed. Skye. Miss Mason,
ma'am.
dear. You'll come with me. We'll resolve this. For myself. And for you.
Sure thing.
And
I'll look after things here.
What should I do? Should I help? Or should I come with you guys and make sure you guys are okay?
Lucy dear, I'm going to be quite honest. If one of us gets a little bit overzealous, I fear that you would be prone to, quite frankly, breaking some of our bones. Those skills will be best utilized here, for the purposes of cleaning and ensuring that the other two have everything managed. Ultimately, we're going to need to relocate what is left.
Dispose of the remains.
And
yes.
have them burnt, cremated, and returned to the family. Carry those instructions forward to Mr. Sacks, if you would.
How do we plan on explaining to his family then if we're returning ashes? There's no death certificate.
Well, for starters, don't think too hard on it. I'll handle ordeals with the family. As far as managing anything revolving around the church or funerary homes, we'll coordinate with Mr. Sacks about it, in a more convenient location. But can't just merely vanish him.
Grisly as
You
it
could
is.
find out.
Something must...
Go ahead, Miss Mason.
You could find out about the status of the house he was in. Tie it to that somehow.
As far as the
Might be
police and
ideal.
the news is concerned, it was a meth lab that blew up. If you certainly want to present him as a fatality in a meth lab explosion, that is a decent cover-up, I'm sure.
Precisely.
Certainly an idea.
And if I recall, the judge has the connections in order to forge such a cover.
I'll assist him in making sure that the legal paperwork as far as his death are concerned are processed.
You're sure the judge knows the guy. At the very least, knows a guy who knows a guy. So.
There is a right to this. There is a right. I would rather follow that path. She puts away her handkerchief and begins to walk out of the building towards the back that Lucy gestured to before, keeping well away from the mess, the blood.
Skye's following.
Clayton just nods and goes back downstairs.
Okay. And whilst whilst that conversation is going on, Ashton, during your cleanup, you said you wanted to take some of the blood, yes?
I mean, we're not doing anything with it. Might as well take a knot off.
Oop, I think CJ's internet died for a second. But it's fine. Fill him in when he returns. Judge, given you're the other one down here, you see Ashton somewhat debasing himself by drinking a little bit of the viscera. It's gross. It's really gross.
Judge. He stares for a moment, but he doesn't say anything. He kind of just lowers his head and then kind of goes back to cleaning. He doesn't talk.
Yes, assuredly he has his own thoughts and feelings in mind right now, all turbulent due to, well, watching a man explode, if to put it bluntly.
And as they're cleaning up, in the midst of this violence, Ashton,
I'd like you to roll a
will
d10.
sort of perk up and... Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that as well. Give me 1 second. 3. Oh, no. Rest in peace.
Okay. Okay, duly noted. Go ahead and roll another d10 for me.
Okay. 1.
Despite his
Big
fear,
fat Uno.
despite his fear, he is very strongly very, very negligible in terms of resonance. Given you would get a resonance from him, given he only just very recently died. But that's not the issue. Clayton,
Hmm.
you come downstairs to see Ashton feeding on the corpse.
I was gonna have Ashton say something to the judge while they were alone, but let's save that for
Oh,
another time.
go for it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you'll have the chance to say something to Judge while.
Because in the midst of this silence that's shared between the two of them, um, it's quite obvious that Ashton sort of speaks in like a cryptic way, but perhaps maybe the next sentence or two that comes out of his mouth maybe alarm you slightly. As he'll look your general direction, maybe not necessarily at Judge, but just sort of through him and say, "In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. Do not give the devil a foothold." He'll pause for a second and then continue. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone shall be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. And leaving him with this sort of cryptic mess of words, he'll go back to defiling himself by feeding upon this corpse.
Yes. Of which
Facts.
Judge will give you a chance to respond first, and then have Clayton come downstairs.
I know that we are not going to do much with his remains, but at least leave something to give to his family. Do not eat all of him. Please and thank you.
Oh, there'll be something left. There'll be enough, don't worry. I don't plan on taking all of him.
Even if that was planned.
And enter Clayton.
Mr. Sacks, are you alright?
And why would I not be?
You look up at him, and there's blood dripping from your mouth.
You're feeding from a corpse.
Yes, I often do, Mr. Wellsworth. I feed from corpses. That is sort of my whole thing.
Alright?
We're not going to use all of him. We're already cleaning him. Might as well put some of him to use.
The morbidities of waste not, want not.
I suppose. But rather, I'm here to speak with you, Judge. He mentioned you by name. Care to explain?
Yes. And Judge kind of just slowly looks over to the lower half of Christopher.
And I expect honesty.
What you get and what you expect are two different things from me, currently.
I said honesty. If you are to refuse to answer me honestly, then I will see to it that you are ejected from this country. Do you hear me?
And you think talking about this right now is the best time?
It is exactly the perfect time.
It is not.
Can you not multitask?
Why not I make it easier for the both of you? I'll continue cleaning. You two can go upstairs. And if all's well that ends well, I won't have to call my friend in to help you answer some questions. Not your friend. Notice how I didn't say your friend. My friend. He grips his He'll go to like sort of pat at his side where the dagger is usually sheathed.
Judge's grip on his cane tightens a bit. To be quite frank, he used to be a brother-in-law of mine.
That much I gathered. What sort of brother in arms? Are we talking about the US military? Are we talking about something else entirely?
To be quite specific, it is the hunting of kindred. Or what we used to say, vampires. Obviously.
You're a hunter.
Was a hunter.
Was.
Sadly, I was not of the type Christopher was. How much do you know of hunters, Mr. Wellsworth? Tell me.
That they are a threat that we've been dealing with in this city for quite a bit. And so, to learn that a member of my coterie was, as he puts it, a member of hunters, regardless of whether it was an organization, whether it was individual, I don't care. You're a liability. And you have shown that your liability is going to hurt my coterie. We are in the situation that we are in because of actions that you have taken. Based on something we did not know about you.
There are a lot of things we do not know about each other, Mr. Wellsworth. We do not know each other's full history. And some things we do not share with the coterie. There are things that you have not shared either. Yet I have said nothing.
This conversation isn't
Holding
about
back
me.
information. No, but holding back information is common for kindred, it seems. So me holding back a bit of my past is quite common. Just like everyone in this godforsaken city. So sorry I didn't tell you about my previous occupation. I looked in on them to make sure that bad things weren't going to happen, and I tried to prevent it, and look at where it got me. A former comrade dead. To prevent a bigger disaster. One life for many, just like it has always been.
My point being, you acted alone when your coterie could have been at your back.
I informed you I was going after a person with a crossbow. Aren't you supposed to be able to infer that information on who the fuck that was supposed to be? Who else runs around in the
Mr.
fucking
Cross.
south side? No. I will speak on this. I informed you that I was going there.
I was under the
I
impression you were in
waited
immediate
for Miss
danger.
Skye and Lucy. The only thing I was planning on doing was monitoring them. Then the situation escalated. I could not predict that he was going to fucking explode the fucking canister with people inside the building. Sadly, in usual lines of work, you don't have the full information to act upon things quickly before things escalate.
This is why, when you have no information, you do not act at all. We
I'd
are
like to-
long-lived. You do not have to act immediately. It's very childish of you.
When action is not done immediately in certain situations, the situations escalate.
I understand that.
Then it's no. And I'd rather nip it in the bud before it escalated.
So this conversation is going into a place that Ashton doesn't like, and now his ritual dagger is over where his wrist is.
Hmm?
I'm gonna need both of you to simmer the fuck down before I bring someone bigger than both of you into this room. Do you understand me?
Ashton,
Yeah.
I would like you to make me an intelligence intimidation.
I don't have any dots of intimidation, which is gonna make this beautiful.
I'm
So
gonna
now
give you a
let's go.
+2. I will give you a +2 on this.
You're gonna give me a +2?
Because
Okay.
yes, because Judge Clayton, as Ashton speaks, you have both been arguing with each other, and I was about to call for a little bit of social combat, but you hear Ashton speak up with
You're
what he does.
cursed. Okay, so that'll be a +4. It's gonna be beautiful.
And we'll see exactly just what kind of aura you exude, but 4.
What the hell, Roll?
Clayton, Judge. Ashton manages to grab your attentions for just a moment, and whilst nothing's gonna happen to like your willpower or anything, this is probably the most resolve Ashton has spoken with since you became a coterie. And with his ritual blade at his wrist, you would see that he is full prepared to do something if his request is not followed.
I'd gotten distracted. Mr. Cross, my questions for you are rather, what information can you provide that would help us against others like Christoph in order to prevent more of this from happening? And I need clarity. I need answers. Because if I'm going to help you do this, I need information. And I will not tolerate being lied to.
Then it's a shame right now, Judge, that you do not have anything to offer. You don't have anything to offer.
Sadly, the fact that I can't even think of anything that would further help this situation honestly infuriates me. I might not have agreed with his methods, but he did not deserve to die like that. And the fact I have no leads pisses me off.
Then,
You may insight if you do not believe him, Clayton.
yeah, I'm gonna detect lies on him.
Yep, go ahead. You don't need to roll anything on this one, Judge, because you're not lying. Yeah, no, that is certainly enough. Clayton, you know for a fact that he is telling the truth. He doesn't know anything about what just happened to Christopher, and you can tell the fact that he doesn't know anything. He's as mad as you are.
Thank you for your honesty. About what happened to Kristoff is a very, very shocking ordeal, and it's got all of us on edge. My concern is, do you know anything about any other hunter organizations that may be here? Second Inquisition from America, something about this Society of St. Leopold, anything. Because if we can get a head start on who's here, then we can be prepared for when they attack next.
You both could see that Judge is kind of furiously shaking right now, but he visibly inhales before kind of just sitting against the wall. I have two people in mind that I could potentially get that information from. One is a contact within the Second Inquisition that I have a bit of leverage on.
Leverage, as in...
I can squeeze some for information when I need to. And in all honesty, since I know their face, I can keep an eye on them.
And they're not in a position to come after us at this point?
As far as you know, Judge, she's a staffer.
As far as I know, she is just staff.
We can provide you with information.
Yes.
Good. Because we need that right now.
As far as the other, he is a close friend of mine.
And what can he provide in this?
He was the last one that talked to Christopher. If anything, he would potentially know who he might have been associated with or might have talked to last.
It's still important to maintain the masquerade, but any kind of information that you can glean from them, we must forward to the sheriff.
Of course.
Are we done yelling at each other now?
My apologies for getting angry.
I'm going to make myself clear and be as forward as I possibly can be. There is no mercy without forgiveness. And so if I hear anger or spite between either of you, the wrath of God will follow.
God has left this world long ago.
But he has not left me.
Fat chance.
We're gonna, as the cleanup concludes and you guys continue to talk, Bolo, were you gonna add something? Were you gonna add something quickly?
I can touch on it later.
Okay. We're gonna switch focuses, cause God, that was a fucking fire line velocity. God damn.
They found the way to get under his skin, and it definitely shows.
Oh, certainly. But we're gonna change gears a little bit. We're gonna move to Valentina and Skye. Valentina, Skye, you have left Lucy's Haven. And assumedly have gone off on the hunt. As you are both quite hungry.
Indeed, we are. As we move through the streets, with the hunger in our eyes, as it seems to general populace, we are just a couple of ladies, off to have a wonderful, enjoyable evening. The truth is far more complex, and I would not deny that there is sort of a dull to my eye, to my expression. Perhaps still frustrated with the events of the night. When we find ourselves alone, I feel I can finally, metaphorically, take a breath, though I have no need to do so, literally. And bring myself to the young woman before me. Miss Mason.
Hmm?
Thank you. Had it not been for you, I would have been far too preposterous in that moment. I would have added to a chaos that would quite frankly have that I quite frankly would not have been able to live down.
Wasn't about to let you do that.
It would have been more than just the shame of being so abrasive, so ravenous in front of the sheriff, but doing so on someone that I frankly felt responsible for. How long have you
Someone you
lived
gave
in
your word
Brisbane?
to. She's gotta stop to think about how old she is now. Oh, just over 20 years at this point.
And I myself the same. It seems we're quite even in that regard. But you've lived here, made a home of it.
Yeah, kinda had no choice in the matter, but grew up the rest of the way here, embraced here. Here I stand.
No choice. And I would think that choice would be the one thing that you would have most of all when it came to being here.
When I hit the adult age, yeah, it was my choice to stay here, but before that, not really. This place just kind of became my home.
You commit to the lands by which you were familiar with.
Exactly.
Do you consider this place... Do you consider this place and people here yours to any context? You're familiar with them. You have known them for ages. The city streets you become a part of. You know every little watering hole and every side street, every musing,
Like to
every
think I do.
theatre.
Yeah, I'd like to think I do.
That's a wonderful thing.
What about you?
To root yourself. Oh, goodness. Hardly rooted. I was originally embraced in New York City, in the US. I was brought to Brisbane, but only years ago, very early on, for but a few months before I was shipped off to France, begin to understand, and learn from other Toreador. And I return now in the absence of my lineage. Strangely. And it is always but an orchestration. Movement is constant. But of all the things that I learn of a city, it is not just what exists there, but who. The lives of the people, the culture, the beliefs, the fashion. what intrigues, and what is framed, versus what isn't.
Sorry, I
In
had
the
a cat.
context. You're fine. In the context of Brisbane, the more nights I spend here, amongst the people and this coterie, I find myself getting increasingly more invested. And perhaps maybe that is why it becomes increasingly more difficult for me to maintain composure. That any of that is threatened.
It's understandable.
So I thank you.
Being here so long. You're quite welcome, Miss Visage. I'm just doing my job.
I have a request of you.
Oh?
I cannot bear myself to be burdened with the imagery. Or should I become inconstitute of my own will, that I might suffer that sort of shame again. And I know that the conflicts that reside in that, for yourself as well. Your clan tends to take an unnaturality to them at times. Yes?
Most, yes.
And yet here you are, perfectly composed. Stalwart in what you are, in who you are. And I am bear witness that regardless of all else, you are the one who is most wise amongst your peers. And I'm reminded of an old story that I once heard that Gangrel are the clan of the wise.
The way I heard it told is that we just keep track of our experiences better. And use that to push forward.
I admire it. I wish to exchange something with you. Going into the future, I ask that you be the only one to witness me in my most absurd, my most vulnerable, such as when that darkness takes hold. And in turn, I shall do the same for you. And I will make sure that the land, this city by which you've known, that you call home, and you will may be permanently rooted here. No matter where you go. This will be your home.
Then I think we have a deal.
She gives a soft smile, presents her hand out to shake with. Skye.
She'll take it and shake it.
Very well. Then let's get to this. We have quite the ordeal to manage tonight. And I have appetites to sate.
Oh, as you do, you both.
Shall I go first then?
Certainly.
Well, that way I'm in more top shape to handle you.
Ideally. Don't you worry, I have means to ensure the safety of the scene itself. So, how does Skye hunt? What is the role associated with it?
Her usual is alley cat, so strength brawl.
I have no brawl, but if you did it the intimidation way, I could definitely help with that.
No, she's not. Well, she is versed in intimidation, so she could kind of give that a shot if she wanted to.
It's up to you. Do you want my spare dice? Yay, nay. I guess if strength brawl is it, it's probably just better to go standard, but yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be better to go standard because I've got 2 specialties for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, there's no
Alright.
fixing that.
Oh my god.
No, there is certainly not. Okay.
Holy
Right,
shit.
let me have a little bit of a thought as to what we're gonna do here, huh?
Yep,
Cause
that's a messy crit, folks.
oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah. Hmm. Bobby, with your 8 successes, you definitely make it.
Naturally.
Naturally. Alright. This isn't a success at a cost, it's a choice. Because you will succeed either way, you will get the food that you're looking for. I can either gift you a compulsion, you can make your frenzy check at increased difficulty, or you can be caught in the act. / things get messy.
I'll do
Which
the
would you
compulsion.
like? Compulsion! Alrighty, give me just a second to get up the compulsion list. Da-da-da-da-da. That one. And that one. Okay. Guy. You can't. You can't help but feel like everything has been on a razor wire. You seem to be the only one who's really succeeding at the moment. And so you can't risk failure on anything. Skye, you are now under the dependency compulsion. Any test that you can blood surge for, you must blood surge for. This goes until you either fail a test or you reach hunger 5, whatever happens first.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Fight against me in my Rouse checks. That's fine.
You may now make your frenzy check for me, please. Difficulty 3.
Thank God I still have all my willpower. That's the only thing saving me. Nope.
And you keep a hold of it, just barely.
Oh yeah, terrible.
Skye, how much are you taking?
2.
2. Okay. And 2 you will take as you find someone in an alley to browbeat and beat into feeding. How are you going to assist Valentina with feeding?
What's Valentina's usual role for this?
Manipulation, subterfuge.
There's no assist for me on that one.
So you're just there as physical backup should Valentina frenzy then. So okay.
Yep.
Duly
Unless she wants
noted.
me to catch someone for her.
No, that's quite all right. Manipulation, subterfuge. I'm not going to bother with any sort of bonuses on this.
3, and there is no willpower that will get you out of this one.
Not that I would spend it.
There it is. Then I will offer you a success at a cost.
What cost do you have in mind?
Your target will be a touchstone. I won't say whose.
I refuse. How much time do we have left in the evening?
Very little. If you don't have a herd or something to feed off of, you're not getting blood tonight.
Clayton
I
will have
suppose I'm
offered.
risking.
There's a herd at the tower.
I'm not going to risk Clayton's herd. I'm not going to do that. I will risk my herd.
All right.
I only have a single dot. So.
You may take that dot and you can go ahead and make me your frenzy test at difficulty 3. I'll let you add a +1 because Skye is there to assist you.
Oh dear.
Come on, you got this.
Do I? Barely. Jesus.
You do.
Ah.
Valentina, the night has been taxing. It's been so taxing, and how badly you just want to give in and rip this poor model's throat out, because it would just be so liberating. It would be the most liberating thing that you could think to do, but you control yourself. You're better than that. And so you do feed off of the dot. You may roll a d10 to determine resonance. And it will determine intensity after you've determined resonance.
7.
Alrighty. Kevin!
Oh yeah, I still need to do that too, don't I?
You do. Alright, so it is choleric, passionate. You can go ahead and roll me a d10 for temperament as well. Raven, it seems like the guy that you were tasting is sad, melancholic. Negligible flavor for the both of you, though. It's wisps. It's like the blood that you're drinking is LaCroix.
Acceptable sacrifice. I didn't kill them, at least.
Right. Take that over death.
Most certainly. But you do manage to drop down to hunger 3 and not necessarily silence, but quiet the voice in the back of your mind for just a little bit. And you're thankful for that little bit of silence. Is there anything else that you would like to speak about with Skye before you all split for the evening?
At the moment, I have nothing else. Though I do have a point of order to check in with you on. Do we restore willpower every session or every new night?
Session.
So yeah, I've been making frenzy checks at penalty.
Oh no.
Remember, I specified that at the very beginning, like before session 0, that no willpower restoration is going to be raw in this game because you're going to need it. It's the one levity that I'm offering you, and as you can very clearly see, you've needed it. Because every time a roll has gone wrong, it's been pretty fucking catastrophic.
Yeah, how many times have I rolled willpower tonight? Once?
You've rolled frenzy checks twice.
No, willpower. Because I'm thinking I'm just gonna restore what. Yeah, I'm just gonna restore what I was supposed to at the beginning of the session, like a numbnut, and
Sure.
I don't think you've used willpower tonight.
No, you haven't used willpower this evening.
No, I definitely did. I swear to God, I did.
You haven't.
None.
Dead ass.
Not
really?
in session.
Yeah.
I've been doing all of this at penalty. Whatever. New night. We're better. Valentina feels less shitty.
Oh, Spectre.
I know what I'm doing.
We're professionals here.
quite.
But yes, we'll very quickly flick back over to the three boys. Lucy has excused herself. As she says that she needs to go and get her head straight for everything. It is beginning to get late. So, Judge, Ashton, Clayton, are there any parting thoughts between the three of you before you need to split off to your different
Not specifically. Clayton's at his wit's end for the night. He's ready to turn in. Unless there's something else that somebody else wants to talk to him about.
Judge would like to shed a little bit of light on something. So, even though I am the youngest here, let me give a bit of a. It wouldn't be a history lesson. So, in circles of hunters, usually there are different specializations most hunters go for. Obviously, the most common is vampires, but as we have known, there are also fae and spirits, as Judge looks to Ashton. But the one thing that could be another concern is there are, used to be more specialized hunters. To put that into perspective, they used to be called imbued.
Imbued.
Imbued hunters is what I was previously. In most circumstances, it would help us give an edge in fighting Kindred.
I'm not sure I follow.
There used to be entities called messengers in this world. The voices of God, you could say.
Huh.
Those who could hear them were given special gifts to fight things that were not natural of this world, i.e., vampires and the like. And Judge kind of holds up his cane. This weapon in particular, I used to use for such things. The problem is the messengers have left long ago, and those that were imbued are not anymore, making the hunters less dangerous in that sense. But they have adapted. They might not be blessed anymore, but they are still dangerous.
And this was
Nope.
a recent change?
Yeah, few years, yes.
Yes.
Ashton,
Yeah.
you can make me an intelligence occult, please. The difficulty is high, but given you're actually quite worldly, you might be a little bit aware of something like this.
I'm assuming Blood Abyss, Wraith, and Spirits don't count for this.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
I can try.
You have a high intercult anyway. You're like, oh, I can try.
Yeah. I'll willpower that. I have willpower to spare. Yeah, I like that.
6. Ashton, when Judge mentions the imbued, you know peripherally what it is that he's referring to. It is a very specific kind of hunter. A very specific kind of hunter that doesn't exist anymore. Unlike the hunters of today who only interact with the supernatural in terms of their using powers and things. They only interact with the supernatural if they themselves are already a creature already of a kind. For example, like there are a couple of you have been aware in the years of Kindred who have defected to the Second Inquisition. That they would only have access to such powers through artifacts and things of that nature. Items that are supernatural in origin, or have supernatural things attached to them. For example, like your ritual dagger. But the imbued are different in that they had powers of their own. They were, in essence, also supernatural creatures.
Ooh.
You don't know the specifics as to their nature or anything like that, but you do know that when someone refers to the imbued, they're referring to a very specific kind of hunter that it was its own kind of supernatural back when they used to exist.
Ash might cringe a bit at that, to be honest. Viewed.
About the others that you suspect are imbued.
With the messengers gone, they are more than likely not around anymore. That does not leave them completely without such weapons, though.
And do you think they're here in Brisbane?
I know.
You were part of an organization that was imbued hunters. Are there more of you?
There was a group, but judges, as far as you know, it wasn't a full-on organization. It was just a group of you.
There were a group of us, but not a full-on organization.
That's still enough to cause some concern. Any number of imbued is a danger to us all.
Only number of any hunter is a danger to us all.
Yes, but these ones in particular, whether they're the kind that possess magical artifacts or possess otherworldly powers themselves. A couple of kindred like us can take a hunter seller too, but when you start throwing in some magic and hoodoo, voodoo, mumbo jumbo into that, it kind of messes everything up.
Well,
I don't know if have been lucky to keep their powers or not. Sadly, I died, so.
And are they aware aware that you did? Or did you just disappear? Is there a cover-up that we need to continue here?
No, there is not.
And you're still being truthful with me?
Unlike as far as that situation goes, the relationship is rocky.
Rocky. As in, not ended? They're not aware that you became a kindred or passed away in your former life, or
They are.
they are what? You're not clarifying for me.
They are aware.
Again, aware you died,
Okay.
or aware you still exist?
In regards, both.
As a point of order to you, Clayton, you would also know that such like hunters in that sense are considered creatures of the night, much like any other, much like ghouls in that sense. If they're able, obviously you're not trying to highlight that you are one, and you don't necessarily want them to know that you are one, but it's not a masquerade breach for them to know.
Well, theoretically, all hunters already do.
That's the logic, which is why it's not a masquerade breach. It's more
of
an
you don't want them
operational
attacking
liability. Yeah, it's more you don't want them to. You don't want them knowing as a means of operational security rather than keeping the traditions.
All right.
In that regard, they know that I am dead and that I am still around. It has left the relationship a bit rocky. But
you also did say that they recently lost their powers as well.
Yes, as far as I know, we all have.
So,
Weapons and gear, on the other hand, may be a different story.
so I would be careful in those relationships, as if there are now more mortal than they are supernatural creatures, interactions should be limited. I suppose a rocky relationship is about as good of a relationship you can have with one. But I still don't like the idea of an actual hunter.
In contrary to belief, there are some that do work in tandem with other supernaturals. Not many.
Do yours? The
Are.
people you know? Or are they like Christoph and want you dead permanently?
Judge, when you were working with him, you knew Justin to not be a exceptionally zealous hunter in terms of thing. He used to be over the top in method, but in targeting, he was actually quite reserved.
Targeting, he is quite reserved. Method, on the other hand, not so much.
So if we were to become one of his targets, he might go after us with full force.
Only if you are a real danger to the public.
You know, to me, I don't think it's really fair that other people get to determine that.
Usually it takes time to assess individuals, which is where others have angered due to such
Yeah, but
standoff.
look at the world right now. Look at what judgment has brought upon us.
The world definitely is not the best.
And quite honestly, in the stories that I've heard about hunters and the Second Inquisition and other such things, they mostly, at least from the stories I've heard of the US, indiscriminate, willing to kill civilians much like Christoph did, in order to fulfill their desires. It's not just Christoph
Yeah.
that died tonight. It's that whole house could potentially have been murdered.
And they're gonna be out for blood.
Indeed. Which means Lucy's in danger, which means Skye's in danger, which means you, Judge, are in danger, which means all of us are. The whole of the court. It is not a situation to take lightly.
We already have a lot of problems stacking up. Too, we got the Sabbat and the Fae and
Anarchs.
I hope none of you forgot about, the meeting with the Hakata tomorrow. That's gonna be interesting.
I had a
The
thought
world was
earlier
never
this
about
afternoon, and I
controlling.
forgot it completely about something about the Hikata. It'll come back to me, I'm sure.
Yeah, so they're expecting me in an audience and expecting me to bring other people along, so I'd keep your schedules open.
I will note they didn't necessarily say that they expect. They expect necessarily that they expect you to bring others, but normally that they expect other. Normally when audiences are called, they expect people to bring others, and that you were welcome to if you wished.
Yeah.
And Valentina said that no, she would go with you.
Yeah.
But speaking of the day, Clayton, it's at this point your watch is beeping. You look at the time.
It is time for us to get going in order to make it home before the sun.
Yes, that'd probably be a good idea.
The rest of this cleanup can wait until tomorrow. After the meeting, if you would like me to attend, I shall.
I know that Valentina's intending. I don't know how much other people I would need, although I would not say no to more.
To make it
So
easier,
if you wish to do,
you are welcome to stay in the tower.
No, the orphans need someone to sleep with them.
That's really odd wording.
Well, considering I just added another one to their numbers. Well, technically, I guess whatever exploded, this poor guy did. But
Clayton, you don't like that.
I don't.
You don't like what that implies.
something was telling me to move the goblet from the high shelf onto the low one, and I think I know why now.
You're claiming a trophy.
The memento, I wouldn't necessarily call it a trophy. It's not like I have joy out of this, it's necessity.
And
I don't know that I will ever truly understand what it is that you mean by orphans.
You could always come by and I can show you.
Well, I will remind you, I cannot see spirits, much like Judge can.
Well, you may not be able to see them, But to people like us, they can make us see.
I wouldn't mind taking a look at what you have.
The offer's on the table. Again, you could understand if you wish to. I offer that road to you.
I'm always open to learning new things. And learning something about you might help foster something as far as cohesion in this coterie. Can't say that I will truly understand, as many of Alcavian are cryptic. And you're of course, the same. But I've always thought of myself as keeping an open mind.
Well, my door is always open. To all of you.
Very
I
well.
want to understand you more than maybe understanding the target of your fixation. I want to understand you.
One would certainly lead to the other.
That it would indeed. But
Let's
as you
we need
separate
to head
for
home.
Yep.
yes, and as you all separate for the evening, the remnants of the awful in your minds, you head into day sleep. You do your daytime rituals and full
As soon as Clayton gets
comatose.
home, he is absolutely unloading his emotions on Allison.
Oh dear.
He's venting a little bit. He's frustrated. He needs to let it out in some way. And he needs to talk.
And she would listen. She might not get it completely, but she'll listen. But I think that is where we'll take a little bit of a break because I need to pee. And then when we come back, we'll start a new night. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Be right back,
See you
chat.
guys in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to Brisbane by Night Hellfire. The coterie has had a very long night, and it finally hit day sleep. Of course, time inexorably marches on, and so too must these shambling undead. Can I get everybody to make me a rouse check for waking, please.
Indeed. Hungrier.
I, hungrier. Judge, hungrier. Clayton, hungrier. Ashton, not hungrier. Valentina's currently away from their keyboard, but when they come back, they will make that rouse check. As you all awake in the different states of mind that you are, given the tumultuous events of the last night, we're going to focus a little bit on Judge. Judge, what are you doing to start your night? What's your mind at?
Judge is immediately going and taking a very, very, very hot shower. To kind of just wash all the blood off of him again. Because even though the events of last night, he did get blood on him, he was using his abilities and got kind of stressed throughout the night. Just blood kind of flowed a bit. The third
You did get made a little messy.
After that, Judge kind of just sits down and he needs to feed, but he needs to kind of figure out what the fuck is going on. Because Christopher fucking exploding was not normal.
No, it certainly was
to
not.
figure out.
What you saw certainly wasn't normal either.
Yeah. I need to figure out, other than Justin, who the fuck Christopher might have been talking to. And I know the Society of St. Leopold is around and Second Inquisition, so he could have been talking to them. So the best thing to do currently is try to get as much ambient information from them and see what I can glean. Because if his death, him just missing, might bring up concerns on their part. So, kind of spying on my contact is what I'm planning on doing. First and feeding afterwards.
So feeding after you do some spying?
Honestly, I might need to feed just before, because I know I'll have to rouse for share the senses. So yeah.
Okay.
I'll go out and then go back to my haven.
Sure. You may go ahead and make your hunting roll. Oh, Judge, that is a messy crit, but you're still failing. Would you like to? You can spend willpower though. Would you like to spend willpower?
Yeah.
You only need one.
Yeah. I might as well. Let's see what I get. Oh, hey.
That's 6. Okay. So the So you are definitely successful in hunting, Judge. You're not a hunger 4 or above, are you?
No, I'm the hunger for tonight.
Okay. Oh, no, you are. Okay. Judge. You have been rattled by the events of last night, and so you will feed. Go ahead and make me a frenzy check. Difficulty 3.
Okay. Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Oh, Judge. Oh, Judge. You bite in and you can't help but drink. And drink. You slake one hunger. Are you willing to spend willpower to stop yourself from going any further? Because going any further in this particular state will be unsafe.
Yeah, I need to spend willpower. Stop.
Okay. You do
I
manage
refuse.
to stop yourself, and you would feel the need to flee.
Yeah, dipping out the fucking area. Making sure the wound's closed, then leaving the way I came.
Judge,
God.
you do drink from them, but you're not sated. You need more. You are currently under the hunger compulsion. You'll need to slake another hunger before it ends.
God damn it.
So, now that you've drunk, you have a choice. Because you do have control over yourself again. You can spend another hour, you can spend some more time hunting to find another person. Or you can leave it there.
I'm at a -2 until I get rid of my hunger compulsion, yeah?
Correct. Anything not going towards slaking hunger is at a -2.
I need all the dice I can fucking get. I'm gonna have to continue trying to hunt.
Alright. This means you will be a little delayed in doing your spying, but that's fine. Go ahead and make me another predator roll, please. This one's going to be a difficulty 6 because you're hunting in the same night. You're hunting twice in this, like, back to back.
Yeah.
You are somewhat rattled, so. Three. It would be a bestial failure too. Oof.
God damn.
So you can either spend willpower, or you can take a success at a cost.
Even if I rerolled 2, that would only be 5.
Yeah. So, would you like
what's
success at a cost?
the succeed at a cost?
The target is a touchstone.
God damn it!
You don't know whose, but the target is a touchstone.
I don't trust my dice.
You won't have to roll for frenzy. You're at hunger 3, remember? You don't have to roll for frenzy.
This is true. I don't trust myself.
Don't trust yourself with what? You don't have to worry about rolling frenzy.
You know what? Sure. Hopefully
Alright.
they're sleeping. I only go after sleeping people anyway. So.
They are. They are sleeping.
Oh boy.
You find yourself feeding on an older woman. Seems she went to bed early this evening. How much hunger do you take? How many dots do you sleep? Given that you're not under any frenzy or anything like that, you are able to safely take 2. It'll just take the full time.
I'd take 2 then. Drop me down to 1 hunger.
Duly noted. And so you take your time feeding off of this woman. And then you escape away into the night. She seems to sleep just fine.
Wonderful, nobody died.
Now, you said you were going to do some spying.
Oh yeah. Gonna spy on the Second Inquisition.
Yes. We'll get to you popping that in just a moment. Now that you're back, Valentina, dear, could you make a rouse check to wake up, please?
I certainly may. I won't like it, but I may.
Oh no.
Yep, there it is.
We'll deal with that in a moment. Judge, go ahead and roll your share the senses. If you would like to blood surge for this, you may.
Yep. Might as well. So, 1, 2. Oh hey, I don't get.
Oh no. You're
You
back
got
at hunger
mega
3.
hungry, brother.
Oh yeah, I'm back at 3. It's worth it. My brain is not braining tonight. That's
your blood's not blooding either, but the looks. Yes, go ahead and make your share the senses plus your you do add your blood surge to that.
Yeah. Let's resolve discipline. See. God damn it.
Would you like
Well,
to
that's
spend some
right.
willpower?
To pass, I need 4 and above, if I remember correctly.
It's a difficulty that I set based on time, distance.
Yeah, 3
distance,
won't do it.
distraction, and other factors.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking have to. I don't think 3 would do it.
Okay.
Oh boy. This is gonna be an interesting night for Judge. Well, that's 5.
All right. Judge, what senses are you sharing?
Sight and hearing.
Sight and hearing. Very well.
Oh. Actually, I never thought about taste. I don't think taste would matter though. So, nah, I'm good.
Oh, it will. It will. You could because it means you could, like, for example, share the senses to lean in on someone eating food, and you actually get to taste the food and not Ash.
You know what? Sure, why not? Fuck it.
Okay. Judge, you zoom out of your body. And refocus on a different set of senses. A woman clacking away at a keyboard in a room that seems to have coffee, a computer, rather large computer system, multiple screens, multiple towers, things like that. Your eyes resolve through the glasses of this individual as they type. You can see that she's filling in a report. A death report.
Oh.
And you see the name Christopher on the screen.
Son of a bitch.
She's typing away, adding in all of the details. Although there is something interesting about what it is that she's writing. There's no mention of blank bodies or anything of the sort. The cause of death just says liquidated.
Huh.
And she stops typing, and you can see the hand rising to her temple and placing 2 fingers against it. You can't feel it because you don't have access to her sense of touch, but because you didn't choose to activate that sense. But you can see that she sighs and looking at the screen, and she takes a sip of her coffee. It's bitter. But, like, for you, that's very pleasant. It's very strong, but it's very pleasant because the last time you tried to have coffee, it tasted like ash. It was really, really, really bad, and that was pain and or suffering as you see fit to describe.
It was god awful suffering.
It was bad.
Reminds me of military coffee. Black.
Yeah, but it's better than military coffee by virtue of the fact that there's at least it's not burnt.
I miss it so much.
It's just a dark roast. But
someone
she seems to look at the screen for a few more moments. before her sight narrows a little bit. Hello. I imagine you don't have the ability to force me to talk. But I know you're there. I don't know who, but I know you're there. Zooming in on someone like me must mean you want information.
Fuck. Mm.
I am upset at the current turn of events. So if it's information you want, it's information you'll have. She reaches out and she opens a notepad and types an address and a time. This address, this time. Whoever you are, come alone. And we'll talk.
Judge would definitely take a look at that. Also, she fucking knows I'm there, bro. Goddamn. That's fucking. How though?
You'll find out.
With that, Judge is gonna head out. A bit of a bit rattled at that, actually. That was the first time someone's actively known that he was there.
So, you do she seems to give a moment to basically to let you look over the address. But before you go to leave, as a point of order though, it's rude to intrude on others in a manner such as this. My next ejection will not be as comfortable. And Judge, you feel you see your vision begin to go red and fill with X's, crosses. And eventually this fills the entirety of your second sight before it goes black. And the words terminal lockout read across your vision for just a moment before you are forcibly ejected.
What the fuck? Okay, then.
But you have the address and the time that she wants to meet this evening.
This is definitely taking up Judge's night, because he needs answers, and if she can give it to him, absolutely.
it's not gonna the meeting's not until quite a bit later in the evening, so you've got quite a bit of time before you need to see her.
Okay. With that, I probably would check in on Ashton, see what the fuck he's doing.
Sure. We'll separate there for a moment.
Yep.
And we'll move over to Valentina very quickly. Valentina, you're hungry again.
I am.
Very hungry.
And I anticipated this. First things first. Contact Skye.
Mhm.
Make sure that my knight will withhold me in all given scenarios. Unfortunately, I cannot trust myself. And I think that is the small part of wisdom I hold in that regard. So I will do so.
Okay. Skye, you are contacted relatively early in the evening by Valentina, who wishes to see you. Given the state that she was in the previous evening, you're sure you know what this is about.
Yep. Where do you want to meet up?
At the nearest club, dear, and let me give you the address. We'll have a bit of a girls' night.
Sounds like fun. Let me find something suitable then to wear.
Alright. And you two do indeed meet up at a club. Valentina, is this a specific club or just a club?
Just any club, dear. I'm not going to shit where I ate.
Fair enough. Give me a second. Because I have a thing for you. For the pair of you, really.
Oh, joy.
Valentina and Skye. You do meet up. Outside of a club.
How does Skye's compulsion work again?
If she
I
makes a
have
roll
to
that can blood surge,
on
she must blood surge.
everything.
Can we say that again? One person, please.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I've got a blood surge on everything. If it's possible.
And how long does that go for?
Until either I fail on a check or I hit hunger 5.
Understood. I have an idea.
Hence why I called it the fun compulsion.
Oh, I remember this place. Okay, so I am going to do my standard manipulation subterfuge. But beforehand, who? Oh shit! I have to check. Whose domain am I in?
Now see, that is interesting. I don't have tokens for them because their token disappeared years ago. But this isn't the valley. This is technically Selena. It's in the city, so it's technically Selena's larger domain. The actual holder of this place, though, so it's that like the subdomain holder.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have their sheet still around somewhere? I might. One Mr. Ricky Crawford. Now, I'm not even going to have you roll a thing for this.
All right.
You know that Mr. Crawford is the only member of the ministry in the city that is officially Camarilla.
Interesting. That is a rather rare event, isn't it?
Exceptionally. You know for a fact that your grandsire had no love for the ministry. They're the only clan that upset her more than the Tremere did. And the Tremere, did you see, and you know how badly the Tremere fucked up to make her that mad at them.
Quite. Well, I suppose then, I will check with the bouncer to see if Mr. What was it, Ricky Crawford? Is that correct?
Mr. Crawford, yes.
I'll check in with the bouncer to see if Mr. Crawford is available and just to have a quick word with him. Stop in and say hello. And I'll just use awe to try and solidify that.
You don't need to roll a persuasion or anything.
Okay.
Sorry, ma'am. Mr. Crawford happens to be out tonight. Said something about a rare wine tasting he was going to. Miss Dubois is also absent this evening. But, kind of looks you up and down. You and your friend, you, associates? Mr. Crawford?
Just some old friends. We haven't spoken to him in some time. You know how he is. Very rich history. And she gives a wink.
Yeah. Look, he's not here, but, now if you can go ahead and make me a charisma persuasion plus all, please. And add your looks.
Yay!
Add your fame, too.
Oh, Jesus. Charisma, persuasion. Awe would be 3. Fame. Oh, what is my fame at? Jesus. Was it 2 or 3? Da 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 da. That's 3. Oh. Okay. That's a lot of dice.
Did this roll just hit stupid levels?
Oh, it's like you're good at this or something.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. So 6, and then 7 for looks. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Head successes.
Is that enough?
He kind of looks you up and down. Hold on a minute. I know you. You're Valentina Visage. Like, the famous fashion designer, Valentina Visage, right? That's you.
Yes, darling. If you have to know, I'm here tonight
Shit,
to
give me-
ensure that he has the
Give me a
proper
second.
materials for a show. So,
And he's like typing something out on the tablet in front of him. Right. No, it's just he didn't say it. I didn't know Mr. Crawford knew you. Give me a second and boop. Yep, and he'll reach under the thing and hand the pair of you lanyards. If I had known,
you,
I would have
darling.
made sure to add you guys onto the VIP list. Please, come on in and enjoy yourselves here at the pit.
thank you. I do appreciate it. And
Eh,
I guess they're in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're more than in. You have VIP passes. Like, if you had rolled like the difficulty for this was gonna be like 5, because tough bouncer.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd gotten over the 5, I would have gone, yeah, he let you in. But like, with 10 successes, like, no, he actually recognizes who you are, and is willing to give you actual like proper passes into the like VIP passes. And so, you two are welcomed into the pit as VIPs. And as you enter, the scene is debaucherous. Faith is alternative, and it's a little. It's down to earth. It's gothic. There's a sense of refinement to it. It's not what one would call high class, but there is a refinement to a place like Faith. The pit, though, it's hedonism made manifest. It's debauchery. You swear you just saw a dude doing a line of coke off of somebody else's bare ass, like off in the corner.
Valentina just subtly restrains a grimace.
And then, of course, you see there's the VIP area up top, and there is that little voice in the back of your head telling you that the best tasting ones are probably up there.
I'm sure they are. Wine tasting. Wine tasting, really? Do you think he's actually off and away wine tasting?
Probably not.
Then I think it's worth a little bit of an exploration. And Valentina is going to wander up to the VIP area.
Sure. You head up to the VIP area, and the VIP area, as a stark contrast to the main floor, it's the same level of debauchery of hedonism, but it's more refined and pure up here. There's this area reeks of temptation to indulge in vices of many kinds. I'm not going to go into any further detail than that because we're on Twitch, but I'm sure you can make of that what you will.
Yeah, of course. So if that's the case, I don't actually see Mr. Crawford anywhere, right? He's nowhere in the building.
Not. He's nowhere in the building that you can see.
Dang.
There is an office off to the side, but which you can go ahead and check if you'd like, but otherwise, no, you don't see him at all.
Alright. Then I think I know what I need to do.
Alright?
I need to figure out. I need to get in touch with him somehow, inevitably. But other than that, I will just go ahead. Hold. Bum, bum, bum. I'm trying to think whether or not it's a good idea to feed if I haven't even spoken to the domain holder. And I'm leaning towards not.
I will note the clubs of and you would know this because Faith is open season for anyone. This isn't around the same area as Faith. And the unspoken rule is normally you have permission, but it's very much a don't ask and don't tell. If you don't make a mess and you don't leave a mess in your wake, you're fine. If you do, then it's treated as a breach.
Right. Then I think I know what I'll go ahead and do. I'll go into the office, test the door, just for fleeting moments.
Door to the office is locked.
Do you want me to pick it?
No, dear. I think I have just what I need. And I'm going to pull aside my purse, and take my card out, and with a pen on the back side of the card, where it's nice and clean and white, I'm going to write very pleasantly, "Call me." Give a little, circle it with a little heart, and insert it in between the door, as well as in between the door frame and the door itself. Make sure it's visible and clear.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bring my gaze over to these partygoers. I find someone who looks beautiful, ravishing. Probably a bit head over her heels in this spot and scenario, and as she's teetering about, I'm going to draw her in.
All right. So, your hunting will be like this. You may go ahead and make your standard predator roll. The difficulty is 4. This place is built for hunters like yourself, looking for the sorts of things that you're looking for.
Of course. Can I add, perchance, my awe into this?
You may. I will note, however, if it so matters to you, that the blood here is very likely tainted. Because obviously there's a lot of alcohol being drunk, there's drugs being done.
Well, we'll have to make do.
Okay. Then, with that knowledge, you may go ahead and make your hunt.
Of course. Alright, then this time I actually can use willpower. Though I question whether or not I should, so... yeah, I'll do it.
You've got a 10.
I do. 4, precisely.
Nice. Oh, did it? Oh, did it? Because I can't see your willpower reroll. There it is.
Oh.
4. Okay, there it is. There it is. That's it.
Yeah,
It just
took a
was
second.
taking roll 20 doing its thing. Okay,
Cool.
so 4. Before you make your frenzy check,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll a thing for me.
All right.
Roll a d6. If you roll a 6, reroll.
One.
You may now go ahead and make your frenzy check. Difficulty 3. You have a +1 due to Skye.
Thank God. This is why I have you. You're the best.
Yeah. And Skye's ready to grab her if need be.
And of course, we're doing this and back at the restrooms, keeping things private. Skye's guarding the door, etc., etc.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, the VIP area is also quiet enough that you'd be able to get away with that without an issue.
All right. God fucking damn it.
All right.
Hold a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Ruh-roh.
The beast can become quiescent. But there's gonna be another taint in the blood besides the one that you already rolled.
I will take that cost.
Okay.
Whatever ails me will ail me in the moment. It will be handled. But this I cannot allow.
Oh, Valentina. Very well. Valentina, you drink from this woman and you feel the beast flare inside you, as if you're ready to rip this woman's throat out, but the taste stops you. She's sweet and relaxing and almost too relaxing. You... how much hunger do you take?
2 dots.
You take 2 dots. Then, Valentina, for the next 2 scenes you're in, you are floating on cloud 9. Nothing matters. You feel just fan-fucking-tastic.
Is it weed?
No.
Oh no.
You are drunk. So your dexterity and intelligence dice pools are lowered by 1 for the next 2 scenes. But you're also under the effects of opiates. So you'll be subtracting 2 dice from all physical pools, which means anyone's using dexterity will be reduced by 3. And any difficulties to reduce or control frenzy decrease by 1.
Oh, lovely. Everything's so lovely right now. Skye, dear.
She was probably high as fuck on ecstasy.
Oh, God.
Don't those usually last until the next feeding?
Yes.
No, those ones are scene or 2.
Really? Oh, shit.
It's only poison that lasts until either Hunger 5 or next feeding. There is an upside to this though. Roll a d10 for me. You
What
do
heavens?
gain a part. Because of the drugs in this woman's system, she was intensely phlegmatic. So you will gain a +1 to Auspex and Dominate rolls until Hunger 5 or your next feeding.
Oh my god. I just want to spend a moment to really illustrate this scene. Valentina just takes this poor girl aside. She just... Darling, darling, no. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Look at me. You belong at the center stage. And she's like holding her head and cooing at her and shit. And this guy's just watching as Valentina feeds off of this woman get more and more just like flirty and like sweet and kind of floaty. And when she's done, she takes a poor girl and directs her to sort of this like private room amongst the VIP lounges, and make sure the door is shut, and gently brushes her hair aside and holds her head. Now you wait here, be a good girl, and you wait here, okay? We will be back for you soon. Just stay here, get all the rest you need. And she takes her coat off and puts it on the girl and just sways out. And because Valentina has cat's grace, because she just she's like catwalking, swaying around, and she shuts the door behind her and she wraps an arm around Skye and she's like, thank you so much, dear. You are such a gem. Just the most lovely doll. And she gently like cups this guy's face and plants a kiss on her cheek before wandering back out.
Oh, we are never bringing you here again.
Coffee, you said Valentina's 100% gay. Yes, she is. She only likes women. She's extreme lesbian, actually.
100%.
Oh, holy shit! This has gone way better than I ever expected. Yeah, I'm gonna note that this will probably affect the meaning with the Hekada, but we'll see.
Oh god, you're right! Yeah, I was just like, we'll feed. It'll be on with it.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay, well, here we go.
Skye is going to very firmly guide her out of the club.
I mean, yes, Skye, you don't even need to roll an insight for this. You think that if Valentina was to, like, blush of life, she'd be, like, the closest that vampires can get to, like, horny right now.
Yeah. Oh, she's finding this absolutely fucking hilarious. She's not gonna let Valentina know that. But she is still very firmly leading her out of the club before she gets in trouble.
Minus her code.
Minus her coat. The coat's fine. That can be left behind. That's
The
not
coat is-
Skye's concern.
Yeah, the code is 12 grand, by the way.
Yeah, I imagine Valentina, when she regains some lucidity, is gonna be like, where's my code? Oh, god damn it! But we'll come to how that goes in a bit, as I'm sure your next stop was going to be SafeNet Towers, right?
Indeed it was.
Joyous joy. Then we'll let you guys float over there. As we come now just quickly handle that. Ashton, now it's time for you to wake up. and have some fun.
Yeah. Hello. It is me.
Your morning, at the very
Boy.
least, is mostly uneventful.
Thank heavens it is just me and my orphans.
What you do receive, though,
Uh-huh.
is a call from Judge. Because, Judge, you were still going to go over and see Ashton's room, right?
Yep, I am curious about the orphans.
Oh boy. Ashton will answer his phone, having just risen out of the coffin that he sleeps in. Because yes, he sleeps in a coffin.
You know, even though CJ's not here, Lucy wouldn't be awake yet, because humanity.
And because, of course, Ashton does.
He fucking lives in a mausoleum. I mean, it's just... it's convenient.
I'm not even
See,
surprised.
It's either that or he sleeps in one of those fucking, like, slide-out trays where they put the bodies
Hey,
in.
you mean a mortuary locker?
But no, coffin, you know?
Mm.
He's gonna pick up his phone and he's like, "Ah, yes, hello there, Mr. Cross."
We were still on for you showing the room, correct?
Yes, until the supermodel shows up, or whatever it is that she does. Yes, of course.
Right. I'll be there momentarily.
Sure. Sounds good.
You need any help with anything? Well, we are waiting on Miss Visage.
I am completely fine.
All right.
All
See
right.
you in a bit.
Of course.
Hangs up.
Click.
And it's not too long before Ashton, you receive a knock on your front door, and quote unquote front door, and Judge is there.
Judge, the moment this door swings open, if you were human and still needed to breathe, it is just instant hell up in here. I mean, it is just attacking your nose if you were to still need to breathe through your nose. This man has got all sorts of scents going on.
It smells funky.
Why do you need so much incense burning?
Well, you see this, the children, they like them. There's certain scents that ward them off and certain scents that make them come closer.
I see.
And as a day like today, or night, should I say, in which you were to visit, I figured I'd gather the ones that tend to attract them the most.
Of course.
Bit of jasmine and saffron and, you know, a little bit of volcanic ash and, well, the particularly violent one, that one likes mint. There's a little bit of
Am I
mint burning as well.
Am I going to have to worry about possessions while we are doing this?
Well, none has attempted such a task on me, at least without my permission. I cannot promise your safety.
That does not fill me with confidence.
If I wanted to fill you with confidence, I'd blow smoke up your derriere.
Save that for your significant other. I'd rather you not.
I'm a man of the cloth, Mr. Cross. I do not play with others.
Oh, that's not a joke that could be made there or anything.
As much as I am a dairy farmer, sure.
Okay, so, but yes, you wanted to see the children. And come, we'll have to go a bit deeper. I hope you don't mind stairs.
No, I am not addressed to them.
Good.
And so, the pair of you would perform the journey deeper into Ashton's Haven towards where the things exist. And as you do,
I guess as we're going along, I would start activating Sense the Unseen.
of course, by all means, go ahead and make me a roll now.
Okay. That requires a rouse check. I do so believe.
Not for since
No, it doesn't. Not for Sense the Unseen.
Oh, huzzah! Wait, what's this one? What's Auspex?
Yep, with Auspex.
All right, my brain's happily working. Uh, uh, oh, hey, look at that. That's 4.
4 successes. Judge, as you enter deeper into the pit, as it were, you begin to see them. First, little flickers of wisps and other things, and as you reach a very particular room, you see nearly like 100 to 120 different overlaid sets of features and faces and arms and legs, all attached to a wall of shelves and cases filled with different objects. You don't even need to roll an intelligence occult for this. You know these are fetters. And there's a lot of them.
Holy shit.
Welcome, Judge, to the Hall of Remembrance, or as I've grown to call it, the Orphanage.
Yeah, this has had to have taken years.
It started when I was just a man. Didn't know any better to soothe my own soul on the battlefield. I would take things from those who had died around me, both from my own hand and from the hands of my comrades. As a medic, I didn't like getting my hands dirty too often, but the time would often arise where I would have to take drastic measures. It's amazing the type of work you can do with a scalpel when you're desperate enough.
I very much understand that. What division were you in?
The Army. World War II is where I started, and then I went and fought in Vietnam. Served a few
He probably
chores.
hasn't thought about a division or a regiment, but
No. No. And see, the dude is like maybe a little even too fucked up to really remember that sort of thing. He's been dead for so long.
that's fair.
Hmm.
It's been 60 years.
Yeah, interesting. Me personally, I was with the 101st. Went to Iraq. Hmm.
If I had been alive, I would have likely joined that effort as well, but I guess Los Angeles had other plans for me.
Hmm.
You probably wouldn't have survived.
No.
No, you wouldn't have survived long enough to see the likes of Operation Desert Storm. Because you would have been in your 20s in World War II, in your 40s, in like late 30s, early 40s in Vietnam. Yeah, you would have been in your 70s. You wouldn't have seen the battlefield. Let alone the war in Iraq, like in the 2000s. You would have been dead.
Yeah, no.
Strange how time flies and does things.
But my little hobby started then, and it just sort of never stopped. With each life that was taken around me, or with each life I took, a piece of them would come with me so I could remember them forever. Because even evil deserves to be remembered. Everyone deserves to be remembered.
In that sense, I do agree with you.
Then when they found me, and he says the word they, and like both, and like this, it's like a strange term of like both endearment and like disdain, like kind of at the same time. And I was introduced to a few like-minded individuals. That idea of memento mori, I believe is what they called it, was really fortified. When I learned that that group wasn't exactly all that I thought it was, I left and started pursuing my own things. I've walked a very, very dark path, Mr. Cross. And part of that path is what led me here to Brisbane. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm quite old. Almost a century now.
I've noticed a couple of things here and there. You would be the oldest out of all of us, correct?
I would assume so.
Hmm. Fascinating, honestly. This condition that we have has been quite enlightening in some regards.
That we can agree.
And Judge would kind of take a look at a few of the mementos, kind of just hanging on the wall. Have you ever had problems with the mementos wanting to harm you? I assume some that you've gathered from your enemies.
There are a few that are quite rebellious. But there is one that comes to mind when I think of ones that are harmful. Over there in that glass case, you'll find a goblet with Sumerian etchings and Greek writing, strange fusion of cultures. That's the one you have to worry about.
And Judge would kind of take a moment to look at it. Where did you even find such a thing?
My first few decades of my embrace were spent in a compound. I stole it from them before I left. And that is a fact it reminds me of every time it rears its ugly head in here.
Is there anything from the goblet?
You're muted.
Gavin, you're muted.
I see it. Thank you. Given that you still have Sense the Unseen popped, you can see that there is a spiritual presence emanating from the object that is far more powerful than most of the other ones in the room. The only one that really rivals it is one that's coming from Ashton's side.
The ritual dagger he showed earlier. Gotcha. Yeah, that is a bit concerning. But it seems like you handled yourself well. So,
There is a strange understanding that even though we are hostile to one another, there's a strange, morbid sense of respect that we share. I take care of what's left of it. And it it tolerates me. I think that's the best word to put it.
Yes, you wouldn't dare say anything else.
Not with this one, no.
I see. Have you, out of curiosity, you have taken inventory of this place, yes?
Of course, I clean it almost every night, dust it, make sure everything is neat and in order.
That is good. Because one concern would have been the Hakata just breaking into your place.
Something tells me that once they would have come across I've grown to calling it the Avatar of Contemplation. They might have turned tail and ran away. So this is sort of their wheelhouse as well, so perhaps even if they knew what it was capable of, they might want it. But it's obvious that they didn't take anything, at least from what I can see. This was a show of power and not a show of dominance, as those two things can be very different.
Mm. Makes it ever more curious on what they want to discuss further.
I have a few ideas. I'm hoping that at least 2 of them are wrong. Not that I fear for my life or anything, they're just very touchy subjects.
Hmm.
I stopped fearing for death when I stared into the abyss for the first time.
I sadly do know that feeling.
It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't possess oblivion. Like I do, like I shouldn't.
Hmm.
There's not a fear of nothing or a fear of death, but a fear of where your soul will end up after the fact.
Isn't
What
that
you mean?
just the most poignant question? Where will you go when you die for a second time? More puissant scholars than you have pondered and failed to find an answer. It's a question that lingers even today. But, as you two talk, you'll eventually get a message.
Will I now?
Meeting at the tower.
Okay. You are free to stay, Judge, if you want to continue looking over these artifacts, these fetters, but I must
Hmm.
go.
You have an important date?
I suppose you can say that. If you are to
Hmm.
touch anything or request to remove anything from the orphanage, I would just have you please document it for me. And don't take the chalice. Those would be my 2 caveats.
I think I am good on that. Out of curiosity, though,
Yes.
what did you do with Christopher's things?
His jeans are on the 3rd shelf. To the 3rd shelf to the right on the bottom there, if you wish to say goodbye to him.
I think I'll take a moment to do that.
Just be careful.
Right.
Ashton will go to take his leave, but before he does, he'll turn to Judge one final time and say, I understand that most people in this coterie probably think I'm crazy. But for some reason, with you, I seem to find some monocle of peace. Maybe it's because you understand what it means to be a spiritualist. You may not agree with the religious path that I have chosen, but you and the Father have one thing in common. You're both pretty good judges of character.
I try to be. There's too
Alright.
much time. No.
Don't have too much fun, Mr. Cross. I will know if you did. And I will leave.
Okay. Ashton, you headed. I would assume you're headed for the tower.
I would be, yes.
Right. And Judge, now that you're left alone in this room, are you going to do anything before you head out? And if you do head out, where are you headed?
Judge would end up taking a moment to say his last goodbyes to Christopher. Even though they didn't see eye to eye, and they both had different ways hunting that they did, at the end of the day, both viewpoints were valid. And honestly, he gives a sincere apology for how things went. And he swears on his existence that he will get revenge for him. Because even though he's not a hunter anymore, a brother in arms has fallen. And he takes responsibility for that. And wants to see that done right.
All right. Very well.
After that, he would probably give Clayton a call, because he does need to update them on a meeting he has arranged.
Correct. Alrighty. Then we shall move very quickly. Give me just a moment to set some things up, and I will be certainly available to do that. It's just my computer is being a little crazy right now for some reason. What are you doing? Yes? Okay. There we go, I gotta stop. You have obligation. Okay. If that is the case, then I think that is a good idea that we call it there then. And that we can get into Clayton's Elysium trip, everyone meeting up at Elysium and then going to the Hecata meeting next session.
Yay!
Yeah.
So let's call it. Let's call it for the evening, and we'll pick up with that next
I didn't
session.
get to do a whole lot, but I yelled at Judge.
All right.
You did
So.
I just look back to Roll20. I'm like, oh shit, we're still at the pit.
Did I not drag things? I didn't drag things
Nope.
over.
You didn't.
You changed the music though.
Whoops.
It's all good.
Yeah, I did. Okay. So. In the interest of stains. Stains wise. Valentina, you avoided all of yours.
Thank God. Not particularly gracefully.
Actually, sorry, no.
But... Oh, there is one?
There is one.
Alright.
Oh.
Lay it on me.
You broke, because when you frenzied in front of the sheriff, I saw you didn't break one conviction, you broke two.
Yeah.
Because you didn't uphold the norms of nobility, because showing your worst face in front of nobility, in front of someone who is higher than you, is a major no-no.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing though is that you did also just frenzy in front of others, which means you broke always show your best visage.
Yep.
So you will be taking a stain for that.
Yep.
Just
Like
the
I
one
said.
though.
And she
Yeah,
doesn't
like I
trust
said.
Clayton to show her worst either.
No, Clayton's an actual peer. she has to show up looking good, especially for him.
He has to show up looking good for everybody, so that's, Valentina has her own dignitas to uphold.
Yep.
Exactly.
So funny.
Skye, you're good.
Only Allison gets to see Clayton right now when he's in a mood. None of the rest of the coterie gets to see him at his worst.
Clayton is fine. Judge is fine. And Ashton is fine. So, Valentina, if you could make a remorse check for me, please.
I certainly may.
Ooh, she passed.
Valentina... It's more last night than the current evening. The current evening you're on cloud 9, but last night as you went to sleep, you felt terrible for how it was that you were. It wasn't right. It wasn't right in the slightest, but you're getting through it one step at a time, and you don't lose any humanity.
As far as I'm concerned, it won't be happening again. And I have assured that.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Yeah, well, yeah. The frenzies are definitely going to happen a couple more times, but...
At
Oh,
the
yeah.
least.
But now we get to move on to experience.
Yay. Oh!
Everyone gets 2 for showing up. If you met your desire, you get another 2.
Feed.
Yay.
Oh, you did that multiple times.
Would you say I found out more about the hunters?
Yes, I would
Okay.
say so.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. And we get 2 for desire then for XP.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, cool. Cool, cool. At least I get that. I didn't spend any willpower because I didn't do anything.
I didn't spend any either, so.
I would not say you didn't do anything. You had you fucking that scene. You and Judge went at each other. You definitely did something.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So now we have our votable categories. The best scene, the best line, the plot pusher, the audience vote, and my MVP.
Yep, audience vote is almost over, so vote, people. There's 0 votes.
I went ahead and put it up early.
There is 0 votes. Somebody do it.
Bad.
Oh, 1 vote for Valentina. That was all. That's the audience favorite. There you go.
That's like the 3rd time in the row. I'm killing it.
To be fair, I think we're broadcasting to maybe 4 people tops. And 2 of
6
them
people,
are most of them are most of them are us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, thanks, chat.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, chat.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed. Because this is the fun part.
Whatever are you all to do?
Well, what?
Yeah. You get to vote now. Let's just.
Yep.
Yeah. So who pushed the plot this evening?
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm
do
gonna
you
say
really need to say-
Valentina.
What, me?
Yeah.
I don't think Valentina pushed the plot. I think she kind of meandered back and forth with her own problems.
I mean, I think Judge has. I think I gotta give it to Judge, to be honest.
Same here. I would give it
Yeah,
to Judge on
Judge.
this.
Okay. So we got currently 2 Judge and a Valentina.
3 judge.
3 judge and a Valentina. Yep.
3 Judge and a Valentina. We're just missing Judge's vote.
What's your judgment, Judge?
I'm gonna vote for myself because continuing with the SI investigation.
God, your
Indeed.
fucking hacker friend is my priestess friend, and oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Her fucking seeing, noticing I'm fucking there and just pushing me out was fucking wild to me.
That was kind of crazy. I did like that.
That's
I'm glad
fucking
you-
horrifying.
Listen,
Yeah.
I knew that me and you were gonna be connected in some way. I didn't know you were about to be like butt buddies.
What?
Butt buddies. Wow.
God.
I don't even know what to say in response to that. God.
Our connections are connected with one another. All right.
Sure. Sure. So Judge,
Wild.
you get the plot pusher. Who had the best scene today, in your opinion?
Me. Hi. I play Clayton. I'm gonna say that because Clayton got anger. He got angry.
I would support that, yeah.
2 for Clayton.
Yeah.
But only
Pretty
because
great.
I'm gonna vote for Judge for a secondary thing, and it's really hard. It's hard. Ah, shit, it's so hard.
It's really hard.
Mhm.
You know what? Yeah, Clayton, you get best scene.
Clayton. I
You do.
think
I'll give
Clayton,
it
yeah.
to you.
That's unanimous. Clayton, yes, team.
They like me.
They tolerate you. They
Yeah.
really, really tolerate you.
Yes, because
Crazy.
I'm the Ventru. They tolerate me at best.
Who had the best line today?
You're a
Ev-
liability.
Yeah, all three of those characters had fucking awesome shit. But I've already given my vote to Judge and Clayton for different things, so I gotta give it to Ashton. And the specific line that I stand with Ashton is it's up here. This is what I do. I gotta post it, otherwise I'm gonna fucking forget.
Yeah.
When Judge was like, "God has left this world long ago," and Ashton replied, "But he has not left me," which is fucking ominous from him. But so fucking
that
banger.
line did go very,
Yeah.
very hard.
Yeah, I'll give it to Ashton for that one.
2 votes for Ashton.
I gotta give it to Ashton. That was a fucking banger.
3 votes for Ashton. Clayton.
I didn't give it to Clayton.
What? I voted myself, so.
Yeah.
1 vote Clayton. Ashton.
I'll vote Clayton.
3-2, you still get it.
Okay.
Ashton, you get the XP for best line. And honestly, that would have been my pick as well.
Yeah, what?
Yes. The audience vote goes to Valentina for this
Yep.
session.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a matter of my MVP. My decision is all of you.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Not it.
Nani? I was about to say Nani.
I loved every scene that we had tonight.
I really did enjoy it.
Mm.
Daring Judge a new one.
Ventru anger rearing its head. Valentina showing a little vulnerability. Judge standing up for himself and trying his best in a really just fucked up situation. Ashton showing why he is the elder. The introspection that Judge and Ashton had together in that last scene. Skye just being a rock for Valentina.
That's awesome. Yeah, this
Like-
session was great.
Everyone had amazing scenes, amazing lines. Like all of those categories, I could have made a vote for anyone tonight, and it would have been valid. So you're all getting an additional XP from me.
Woohoo.
This session was beautiful. And next week's is only going to be better. But that'll be for next week,
Yes.
as we need to sign off.
Yes. And we do post all of the VODs on YouTube. So out in the audience, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube yet, you really should, because that's where we post everything. I put notifications on Discord for when we go live and for when we post episodes. So be sure to tune into that. Otherwise, come see us on Twitch at twitch.tv/CoffeeCatPresents, because that is where we do all of this. If you're finding us here on YouTube.
Right here.
Yep.
Yeah, right here on Twitch at CoffeeCatPresents. Come find us, come watch, be part of it, and witness the horror.
All of it. All of it indeed. Well,
But I think that's all from us here in the River City. Say goodnight, everyone.
night.
Night.
Good night.
Au revoir.